Hey there, it's Anna. I wanted to take you into the Unheated greenhouse today and just kind of show you where we're at with that. If you've been kind of following along, you'll know some of the things in here, but kind of just share with you how I've been using it in this month of April, and then a little bit more of my plans about the season going forward. So let me turn the camera around and kind of just, show you what we got, because there's a lot in here. I should mention that our last frost date was April 15th, roughly. I'm in zone 7A. And so the nights have been getting down to about like the mid 30s, high 30s, a couple times, and then a lot of just like 40s and 50s. So I've kept a few things in here, kind of held them back just because we had those nights in the like high 30s, and I just wanted to make sure they had extra protection. It's looking like now our 10-day forecast is good. Nights are going to be in the mid 40s, 50s, 60s. So this is all Fahrenheit. So a lot of these things are going to be coming out, and that's what I'm going to talk about too. So, okay, now let's go look at it. So on this side, there are a couple hanging baskets. I've actually shot a video of them, so I'll post that next week. But I just kind of held them back in here because I wanted to make sure that it was just warm enough before they went out. And then I have all my tomato seedlings, which are finally starting to sort of do something. I'm actually gonna put a few in some hanging baskets, and I think I'm gonna do that hopefully within the next week or so, and just kind of get them going and plant some other ones in some pots. Some of them I may even take out to the garden plot where they're like destined to go. And even though it's early in the season, I figure better to kind of just like get them out, and they're small, but you know, they'll do okay, and better to kind of like get started. I've got a little eucalyptus that I've also just held back in here because we had those few cool nights. So I figured, you know, whatever, I'll hold them back. My one Gomphrena seedling, the only one that I've been able to keep alive. So, you know, need to just keep an eye on that. I literally have had the hardest luck with Gomphrena. I've had trouble with germination this year, but only the Gomphrena has been the only one that I've actually had like damping off and had the seedlings just die. So I'm not quite sure what that's about, but some Adrantum, I'm gonna put that out. This is my rhubarb seedlings. Look how cute those are. Don't they look good? They're getting so happy. I got those seeds from Pinetree seeds, and I actually have a discount code with them. So definitely check out the description. But how fun, what a cool way to get rhubarb. And this is called Glaskin's Perpetual Rhubarb, and so it's actually one that you can harvest like the first year once it gets going. So I'm excited for some rhubarb pie. This is a little bit of eucalyptus that I overwintered in the Unheated greenhouse, and as you can see, a couple of the other stalks didn't do so well, but this one made it, which is pretty cool. And I'm gonna, you know, just get this guy out and growing here. But really excited that that experiment kind of worked. And then I have just some more seedlings. I'm gonna plant out all of these this week. This is some chamomile, we've got basil. These are actually a Clancy potato from Botanical Interests. And so these are gonna go over to the garden plot. A little bit of basil that's not looking super great. I may just direct sow my basil. I don't know if I'm really gonna even use these basil seedlings because they just haven't, I don't know, they just like don't look awesome. Yeah, so I may just direct sow basil, but that's no big deal. And this is some dill, I'm gonna pop that in. My ginger, you guys saw me up pot this. Some coleus that's gotta go out and landscape back there. My banana tree that's going in a container. I'm so excited about this banana. What kind did I get? It's a Gran Nan banana. I'm like all into the tropical. So this year, a few eggplants that I need to plant out. And then these are some of my other seedlings. So these are petunias. I've got dahlias, safflower, some yarrow. Down here is some coreopsis, and this is a little mystery plant. I think it's some kind of like rudbeckia, and oregano. I think I might do a couple of the ornamental oreganos that I have in there in with my tomato hanging basket, just because I think that would be kind of a fun combination. And yeah, I think that'll be really like pretty together. So that's the plan for that. I've got this, this is garlic, which has been growing in here all like winter long. It's time to probably pull this out as well and let it really do the last bit of its growth just out in the fresh air. But that is just sort of a brief overview. So as I was saying, the plan, oops, I'm falling over. This greenhouse has been a holding place, and this month when these nights get like, you know, a little bit cooler, I've kept things in here. It stays about 10 degrees warmer than the outdoor temperatures if we have a really sunny day the day before. So everything's been really doing amazing. As you can see, like those petunias and the herbs and everything, totally happy. I'm loving it. It's been really useful for that kind of purpose, just to kind of keep things a little warmer and a little safer before they go out. Definitely not something that, like, if you're having a bunch of nights of hard frosts, probably wouldn't use this to protect like these annuals from something like that. But for, you know, a few cooler nights, it's like the greatest thing. And you can pop, you know, a pot in there or whatever. Now it's time to start planting out a lot of these plants, as I was kind of saying. So I'm really going to pretty much empty out the Unheated greenhouse, and for the most part I'm just going to keep it as a little bit of like a starting ground for different things. I may take off this actual cover during the summer because I don't really need it for like greenhouse purposes, and it does really heat up. And then I may just use the shelves, like if I want to start, you know, I want to do a few peppers for the fall, like a few of those little decorative ornamental peppers for the fall garden. So if I want to start something like that, I may use like one of the shelves, and otherwise I'll just put some pots in this space, some grow bags, and grow some veggies in some grow bags in this area and utilize it like that. And then come fall, I can put this cover back on and again use it for a little bit of protection from the cooler temperatures. So that's kind of where we are with the Unheated greenhouse now that it's April. Definitely its season is ending and we are moving on to the planting season. I'm gonna head out today and take off all the row covers and just kind of like move into the next phase of the garden, which is so exciting and so much fun. So thank you so much for watching this. I hope you're having a great day, and I'll talk to you next one. Bye-bye.